Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for another VR video. Today I am playing Vacate the Room again, and the reason I'm playing it for the second time is because there was a bonus mode which I've unlocked and I didn't realise when I completed the last mode of it. A button appeared on the wall with a little note saying something like, do you refuse to leave? And I didn't notice it when I was in the game, but I saw it when I was previewing my footage, and I thought, what the heck's that? So anyway, I've come back in, and this time, in the starting area, I have noticed that there's a question mark. So I'm assuming that that is this bonus mode. So, in this video, I'm going to have a go of that, and see what that's like. Okay then, so here we are again in the same scary, dark, small, creepy, locked, caged room. Right, so nothing looks terribly different. Just grab the torch. Apart from it's given me the red light bulb already. Slap that in there. So a standard, nothing else works. Let's just turn everything on. So I'm assuming that's a creepy picture there. Yeah, face with, looks like he's got glasses on. Perhaps that's Hoshi, who knows. So I'm assuming once again I got to start by getting all of the fuses, and one of which is up on top of here. Just pop that back there. So last time the key for the fuse box was there, but it's not there this time, so there's some extra hunting around to be done. And this picture is very odd, simply because it seems like the person taking the picture, their shadow is included in it, which is a little bit creepy considering its subject. Video, DVD, so they're all the same. We haven't got anything there. Anything behind the ball? Nope. Okay, let's get down. Oh, hello. That just rolled off the shelf, didn't it? Nothing there. So, lost and found. That was the picture that was there before. And there's this picture with this strange symbol on it, and there's a key behind it. So I'll pop that up there. Now can I get it? Because nope. So once again I'm in my very small, spatially challenged little room. There you are, got it. And this game of course doesn't have any teleportation functionality, so I can't reposition myself to grab things. However, the developer did very thoughtfully include this stick, this cane here, which I can use to claw things out from unreachable places, which I thought is a genius idea. Right, so we've got a green one, and there would be a white one over here. We could try the keyboard, but I don't think it'd fit. Okay, so no, because I haven't got the blue one yet. You dumbass. Okay. So we're looking for. There was one behind the screen last time. So there's one in there. Look. Pop that box on the floor. Just grab that. And stick that in the red hole. So that might mean that the lamp might work. So let's just go. Switch the lamp on. There doesn't look like there's anything else behind that computer screen there. Let's go and have a look for some other stuff. Let's chuck these down here. So, there's another one. And I can't quite get it, so as soon as my tracking picks up that I've lost my way. Right. Awesome. Blue. So that's that one. So it's two left, a yellow and a purple. Now, where would they be? There's something behind the bin there. Looks like a key. Yes, and that's for this one. And there'll be a purple one. Cool. And whatever the hell that is, I don't know. Let's have a look. So once again, I can't actually reach in there because I've got a big hunk of furniture in the way. So we'll just drag these things out like that. It's very, very handy. The physics are really good, but the objects still like to clip through things. So let's pop that in there. Right, what's this thing then? That looks interesting, doesn't it? Maybe I've got to plug it into something, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Right, okay, so the computer is on. Cool. Still haven't got the orange one though. So this looks like the same messages as it was on the last mode. So what's going on? It seems as if I'm locked in this room. How will I get out? Maybe I left a clue somewhere. I hope I did not discard it. Right, so this line here, discarding something, which I didn't pick up on that before in the last one, but I think he's on about the bin. And of course the safe code was in the bin originally. So let's have a look in the bin. It doesn't look like a hell of a lot in there this time, so it's not giving me a safe code or anything this time around. So perhaps the clue of discarding something doesn't actually apply here, unless it maybe meant the key, which was behind the bin. Could have done. Don't know. So no luck there. I wonder what this is. The faces seem to have the square patterning on them, which matches or is similar to these square patterns which I'm seeing throughout the game on other objects. So the can's got it. Let's just grab one of these cans. So it's slightly different though. So it seems to have like an outer square and then an inner square. Whether that was just got the inner square. And we also had, it was also on this picture, wasn't it? Yeah. And we've got, that's just the outer square. So there's a difference between all of these three. And was there one of these DVDs that had it? I think so. It wasn't the Loud Mountains one. It was that's it there, look, Lawnmower Man one. So that's got, again, a different one. So, like, that face there seems to match that. Okay. Don't know. I can't seem to manipulate this anyhow. Even using both of my misshapen hands, I can't seem to change the configuration of it. I thought perhaps maybe you open it up and there's a safe code inside or something. I don't know. Okay. Perhaps there's something on the. The other thing I'm noticing as well is there's a lot more digits. So this one previously had 4 digits and that one had 5, but we've now got 5 on that one and 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 digits on that one. Oh, hang on, of course I forgot the poster. So this was where the code was last time, and of course there's nothing there now. Bugger. Now we've got these squares there as well. So that kind of, it actually matches what's on the can. No, it doesn't actually. It's the other way around. It's the inverse of what's on the can. I wonder if that's relevant at all. Okay. Right. There's got to be something else around here. So, what I did sort of notice with the last game is I came across the code sort of by mistake, but in actual fact, what was happening was the game was directing me toward it, and I just didn't pick it up. So, there's got to be something here that's going to tell me the code for, I'd imagine, either one of these safes. But what would it be? Perhaps there's something on the DVD boxes. Maybe it's something under the red light, because that was a key factor last time, although I'm not sure about this time around because it gave me the red light immediately. There's nothing there, is there? Nope. What's the other one? Ringo. No, so there's nothing there really either. Flipping hell. Stumped. It was going so well. So last time the code was behind this picture. I'm wondering maybe if the picture's got anything to do with it. Perhaps there's some numbers hidden within the QR code. No, I'm not seeing anything, quite frankly. Seems like I'm locked in this room. How will I get out? Maybe I left a clue somewhere. Hope I didn't discard it. Now I've already been through the bin. That is quite empty, and there's nothing behind it. I wonder if it's something to do with what's on that screen. Maybe the time. I'm pretty sure the time last time wasn't that, but I don't know. Can't remember. Maybe if we change the colon to a 1, I don't know. 0, 1. This is a long shot. Yeah, I thought it might not work. Don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's 8. Maybe try numbers where the text on the line. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Oh, no way. That's cool. I did not expect that to work. Okay. Right, so that's actually given me the exit key as well. That doesn't... I'm kind of confused about that. So I've got another fuse. And... oh, shit. Well, I did have the exit key. It's gone now. So I can't get out anyway. Just pop that up there. So that's the other light on. No, I've lost that key card. It's disappeared through the bottom of the safe. So this might be fun. Trying to guess where it went. So I think I've broken the game. Right, so I've knackered it basically. I'll have to reload the game and get to this point again and come back to you, I think. Right, I've just turned around with the intention of restarting the game, and I've noticed that the exit card is on this shelf with where the lost and found tag is. So I think that's what that's for. Then it's a game mechanic where if any item goes missing, it'll appear there, which is also really cool and handy. So I spent quite a while digging around in there trying to dig this out, and it was behind me all along. Pretty cool. So now we have this. We can do that, and we have a note. So I'm a little bit confused at this point because technically I've escaped, but we still have this safe to open. So let's have a look and see what this note says. If I can pick it up. Right, piss off box. Okay. I got it. Being by myself is also a way to escape. Here's the secret. So this goes along the same lines as, you know, the commentary that was sort of weaved throughout the whole game about escapism and how various forms of entertainment provide that escapism. So we've got drinks, TV, picture frame, drink, DVD. Okay, so this and this seems to relate to these sorts of items, I think, actually. And what does it say down there? And playing with the dice. Right, so that's what this is. It's a dice. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh thing. So that must correlate to a code. So I'm thinking that this actually provides a cipher by referencing the layout of an actual dice. So in order to figure out what numbers correspond to which symbols, I'm going to have to relate this to a physical dice and then, you know, work out what symbol matches what side, what number. Unfortunately, I don't know how an actual dice is laid out, and there isn't one in the game, or at least I haven't come across one yet, that will give me that reference. Is there anything on the keyboard, I wonder? No, it's just a standard keyboard, isn't it? Okay, there's something there, look. So, in this picture, there looks like there's a 5. Like the kind of pattern you'd get on the 5 side of a dice, so maybe that relates to a 5. Which means the DVD part, which is there, could be 5. The screen is that, and that's also on the piece of paper. I don't know, perhaps we could assume that that's 1. But then that only gives me 2 of the numbers. It gives me the unique ones anyway. Maybe it's not, I don't know, I think it's got something to do with that, but perhaps it's the number of times each of these objects disappear. Perhaps it's as simple as that. My lateral thinking ability isn't that great, to be quite honest, so let's just try something. We've got 3 Coke cans, appearing 3 times. So we'll go 3. 1 screen, 1. 2 picture frames, 2. That'll be a 3 again. DVD is 1. Another picture frame, that's twice, because we've got 2 of them, and then another. No, let's see, that's a load of crap, it doesn't work. Right, so it's definitely that. It's definitely something to do with that, because it even says it on this piece of paper. So I just need to figure out how this relates to an actual dice. So if that, where am I? Where is it? So this one, if this one's 5, what's on the opposite side of 5? Isn't it 3? Would that make that 3? I literally can't remember how a dice is laid out. And even if I did know, how am I going to figure out what the hell it is I'm doing? Frickin', this is flipping difficult, this is. This is so frickin' difficult. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm at a loss. That can't be 5, surely. That's ridiculous. I mean, if I actually looked at this thing and thought, okay, there's got to be some kind of logical pattern progression on this, then that, if that's 1, let's assume that that's 1, then that would be 2. Maybe that would be 3. It's like on the outer. Perhaps that one's 4, because you're starting again with a pattern, and then you'd be into kind of 5, and then 6. 6, but then the pattern's broken then, because you'd expect them all to be lit up if that logic was to be followed. But anyway, let's sort of go down that route and let's see if that works. So let's assume that that one's 1. So the Coke can has got, in my logical sort of mind, that would be 4. Let's just zero all of this out. 4. Screen would be 1. The picture frame would be 3. Another Coke can, 4. The DVD would be, what would that be? What did I say that was? 2. That would be like, this is where it falls down, so let's see, that's 6. Yeah, because the outer one would kind of be lit, but another picture frame, which is 3, and then another Coke can, which is, what did I say that was? No, shit, the picture frame was, no, that's 4, yeah, because it's got an outer and an inner. 4, yeah, because it's the same as the first one. 4, nothing. Oh my god, right. Okay, I've actually got a physical. I'm going to have to cheat a little bit. I'm not going to look it up on Google or anything like that. I'm going to find a dice in my room, which there is one in here, and I'm just going to lift my headset and have a look at the dice and see how it's laid out, and then try and relate it back to this bloody thing, and then try to figure out the numbers from there. Right, so I think, having actually referenced a physical dice, and that I'm going to assume that this is 1. So that'd be 1. Again, pattern progression wise, I'm thinking that that's got to be 2, which means that's 3, which means that's 6, that's 5, and that one's 4, I think. Alright, so let's go down that route. Okay, so 1. So Coke can, 2, 3, 6, 5. So the first digit would be 5. Second digit is 1, because that's the screen. 1. Picture frame. Let's go back to the beginning. 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. Picture frame is 4. Coke can is a 5. DVD, well, I think that one was 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Picture frame is, I can't remember what the bloody picture frame was. It's the third one. 1, 2, 3. The picture frame is 4. And then, of course, the Coke can then again would be 5. I got it. Nice. Right. This is it. The final escape. Careful though. There is no way back. Right. I'm assuming he's not referencing the Matrix there. That seems very sinister. So, already got out, already escaped, physically. This is a flipping commentary on suicide, isn't it? Okay, I suppose I've got to eat it. Oh, hello. So, I guess that's it then. Yep, that seems to be. So he refused to leave. In the end, he was alone. All right. So I guess that pill thing was actually a reference to killing oneself. I guess the ultimate avenue of escape. I'm assuming that that's what this is, because this seems to be quite symbolic of a gravestone. So, assuming that that's the end of it, then, well, it's quite an interesting game. The second playthrough was definitely a lot harder than the first. The dice thing was definitely a really tricky puzzle. It would have been handy if there was some kind of dice model in the room that I could have used as a reference to solve the cipher. In fact, what I actually had to do is lift the headset, find an actual physical dice and look at it. So that took me out of the game, which was a bit of a disappointment, because, you know, unless you can remember the exact layout of a dice, you're not going to be able to crack that. But yeah, it's definitely a really cleverly engineered game. So the clues weren't given in a very straightforward way. They're all wrapped up in this metaphor of escapism, which I think alluded to the use of VR video games, you know, movies, books, TV. It's all escapism, isn't it? But I suppose VR is the ultimate escapism. Well, I guess not as ultimate as that, but, you know, it's certainly the most immersive we've got access to at the moment. So definitely a really interesting, well thought out and well structured game. So good one. So hope you enjoyed watching that. Please join me again for another video, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.